What up, world? You already know what time it is. It's your favorite co-host podcast, Pack, back with another episode of Successful Habits. And as always, I'm here with the man with the plan himself, Coach D West. What's going on with you today, Coach?
Man, nothing too much, man. Enjoying some good basketball.
That's it, bro. That's it, man. How you living, bro?
I can't complain. How about you?
I can't complain either, man. Taking it day by day, man. I know you just had a little one, and I got one on the way too. So just trying to get things in order, get situated before the baby come. You know how that go.
Yep, for sure.
Yep. But today's episode, we talking playoff basketball, bro. We got a lot of stuff that I want to cover, so we just gonna get right into it. How about that?
They do it.
All right, bet. So I want to break the episode up today into three separate topics. We're gonna talk about upsets and fraud watch. We're gonna talk about game 7 pressure, and we're gonna talk about teams already waiting because they handle business how they were supposed to. All right? So first up, we got upsets and fraud watch. We got a few series that already wrapped up, but the two I want to talk about in this segment is Timberwolves Nuggets and Lakers Rockets. Right? So before we get into breaking these two series down, I want you to define two things for me. All right. The first thing is upset. So what do you define? What is your definition of an upset?
Upset is like a team that's not favorite, quote unquote, to come out the series. So, for example, like if a 6 seed was to beat a 2 or 3 seed, that would be considered an upset.
Okay. Okay.
Like,
But
something along those
yeah,
lines.
facts.
But it could be dependent because a team could be a 6 seed because of injuries or
Right.
like, you know what I mean? Like, so it could be dependent, but I think like for the most part, that's kind of what it means.
So for me, I define an upset as like it's easier to define upsets in like college, for example, because you're gonna have teams who ain't had no business
Right,
winning.
right.
In the NBA, it's a little bit harder, but in general,
Yeah,
how I define upset is, like I said, when a team that shouldn't have had a chance to win at all end up winning.
yeah,
That's
for
my
sure,
that's my definition of an upset.
for sure.
The second thing I wanted you to define is fraud. What you calling a fraud?
A team that look good all year, but then don't show up when it matter, like in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
just not they don't look the same. It's not about winning or losing, but they just don't look the same. They're not making the right adjustments. They not what everybody think they are.
not living up to the expectation.
Not living up to the expectation.
Okay, so we more or less got the same definition of what we feel like a fraud is. It's just basically like you say, teams who just not living up to expectations, and it don't even got to be like we could take the Pistons for example, right? I'm not saying that they frauds or anything like that, but I'm saying like in the Pistons situation, they dominated the East all year, and then now they struggling with a playing team, so they would be they would be in conversations of being frauds, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I wanted you to kind of define those two things so we can kind of get into this segment of the show. So, because it's funny you say that upset is when like a 6 seed go and beat like a 2 or 3 seed because the Timberwolves came into this series 6 seed and the Nuggets was the 3rd seed, right?
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
would you call this an upset or would you call it an upset or did we just misevaluate the Timberwolves?
I think it was a little bit of both. I think it was an upset because people automatically assumed that Joker was gonna be in the final Western Conference Finals. Like people already kind of penciled him in for the most part, especially like the media and just the general. Even when he went down 3-1, people were still penciling the Nuggets to
Yeah, for
go
sure.
in. So I would definitely say it was an upset. And the reason why I say like a lot of people misevaluated, like I had the Timberwolves to come out of this series, even when Ant Man went down. I was one of the ones like to kind of stick beside him because I just think this Nuggets team was a little. They're not the same Nuggets team that we remember. Like
I
the
agree with
Nuggets team
that.
that we remember, they could guard a little better.
I agree with that.
And like to be completely honest with you, I think Mike Malone wouldn't have lost this series.
I agree
I
with that
think
now. I
I
think that
think
was a lot of pressure on this new head coach, bro.
yeah, I don't think they made the adjustments that Mike Malone would have made. And it just, they did a lot of things wrong. So even when the Timberwolves was up 3-1 and, they went down 2 of their starters, I just kind of stuck with them because I just thought that, it was some truth in what Jay McDaniels said in the interview. And I don't know if a lot of people said it, but he basically said that they're going to continue to attack the Nuggets because they can't guard. And I know a lot of people
That ain't
took
what
that
he said.
as
He said Aaron Gordon, Jamal Murray, Nikola
can't
Jokic
guard.
cannot guard, go at them. That's what he said.
Yeah, and you know, like a lot of people took that like as disrespect, but he really was just being honest. Like they asked him his honest opinion, he was just being honest, and he just didn't care about his answer. And you know, like and how they responded the game after that really like showed me that Nuggets team just wasn't capable of guarding.
Facts.
Like especially like with the wounded Aaron Gordon, they have nobody to protect the rim. Joker
None of
hasn't been
that.
a rim protector his whole career. They just they just they this Nuggets team just didn't have it, honestly.
Yeah,
And
I
so
agree with that.
I think it was a little bit of both, misevaluating and it was an upset.
Yeah, I think we definitely misevaluated the Timberwolves, especially, we ain't give them and I say we as in like, fans.
Yeah.
We ain't give the Timberwolves as much credit for that IO trade and that Bones Highland trade as we
Mhm.
should have. Like I think the biggest thing that they've been missing all these last couple seasons was a young point guard. Cause Mike Conley can only give you so much, bro. He a vet, bro. You can't expect him to play 36 minutes a game, 32, 36 minutes a game and get good production out of him. You know what I'm saying? So for
Yeah.
them, like I said, I definitely think it was a misevaluation. I kind of want to go back to the Jaden McDaniels thing. Um, you got to be a certain type of player to one be able to say something like that and then to back it up, bro. Like Jaden McDaniels is a lot. I seen, like you say, people was like kind of, I ain't gonna say they was talking bad about him for what he said, but it's like Jaden McDaniels can say that, fam. He is an elite two-way player, bro. If
Yeah.
he say you can't guard, fam, he it's coming from a place of I will lock your ass up, fam.
Yeah.
Like what he did to Jamal Murray in that last game, bro. It was like it was just I don't. It was crazy to see. It was crazy to see. I think Jamal Murray went like 3 for 17 from the field. He ain't score on Jaden. I don't think he scored on Jaden the whole game. Like that's
Yeah, he
crazy, bro.
terrorized him. He
Like
terrorized.
like like that's crazy, bro. So I mean, as far as this series is concerned, what do you think decided it all in this series?
The defense, honestly. Like
Yeah,
the Nuggets, they just scored like if you go back and watch the game, like it would be different if like the Timberwolves, like they did have a game where IU heated up and he hit a whole lot of jump shots. But
yeah,
outside of that, they didn't like they weren't just hitting unbelievable amount of threes. Bro, they were
right.
getting layups.
Yep.
Like they was going by people getting layups. And
That paint was free.
a lot of those layups was uncontested layups.
Yep.
And so that's why when they went down, when they went up 3-1, it's like, bro, they can win one game because it ain't like, you know what I mean? It ain't like they're like they making tough, contested, like unbelievable shots, bro. They getting wide open layups, bro. And Rudy is playing the best series I done seen him play probably maybe ever. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, well, that
So
boy got his hands for next round, but we'll talk about that in a
he
minute.
definitely do.
But I'm with you though. I definitely think it was not necessarily just the paint defense, but like you say, the Nuggets just not the team defensively that they was a couple years ago when they won the championship. Like they ain't got no wing defenders, they ain't got no paint defenders. It's just like they gonna Jokic you to death, and if that don't work, GG's, man.
And so like my thing about them, so now like where do they go from here? Cause one thing about it, all right, cause think about this. Giannis just went through a similar situation. Like he won a ring, got bounced the next 2 years, then the
Yeah,
Bucks panicked and they traded
and
everybody for
they
Dame.
in rebuild now.
And they traded everybody for Dame. Now the Dame situation didn't work out. And now look at them now. They in shambles. They trying to
Yeah,
figure it out. Like, are the niggas gonna go that road? Cause the first thing I seen once, you know what I'm saying, they lost the series. All you see is trade Murray or trade Gordon or
yeah,
trade this, trade that. So now if you panic, it's like if you panic and you miss, it's like now you in a situation just like
you cook.
Giannis.
Yeah,
Yeah, you in a situation just like Giannis where you got a best player and now you wasting you're probably, the top five, arguably the top three, top two best player in the world.
yeah,
Like now you in a situation where you got to rebuild the whole franchise.
yeah.
And
Facts,
and
facts.
he only got so long before, you know what I mean? So it
Yeah,
just
facts.
I don't know. If I'm the Nuggets, I gotta make some moves because I don't think this team was well built. I gotta keep Peyton Watson. I gotta find a way to, get out this this contract with Bron and
Gotta get out there. He getting paid what, 125? 5 year,
or he just
125?
I wouldn't say give up on him because he got like he a champ and when they went on that championship run, he was a vital piece of that. So I
Yeah,
wouldn't
but he
give up
wasn't
on him.
like, yeah, but he not like, his role too big right now.
Yeah. But like you can't lose Peyton Watson.
No, you can't lose
You
Peyton
can't
Watson.
lose him.
You can't lose Peyton. But I think, and I was telling Nino this earlier, because Nino, for those of y'all who don't know, he a Nuggets fan, been a Nuggets fan. But I think they need to go see what they can put together to go get Trey Murphy out of New Orleans, bro. They can get somebody like Trey Murphy. Cause honestly, bro, if like they really was missing Michael Porter Jr. bad.
Yeah.
They was missing him so bad, and Cam Johnson just didn't fill them shoes. I mean, I'm all for giving Cam Johnson one more season to try to get his feet under him, but I think that if you want to contend in the West right now, you got to go get Trey Murphy or somebody like that caliber who gonna make a lot of threes. He got some size, he athletic, he can guard. I think you need that type of player.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be good they can go get like a Jaden McDaniels archetype, but it ain't that many Jaden McDaniels archetypes in the
Yeah.
league right now. 6'8" can guard and score too. Like it ain't that many
Yeah.
people. So, but I think that's what they missing though. Like they need to. I mean, where do you start? Do you start with paint protection or do you start with wing defenders?
I don't know, cause like I know Aaron Gordon trade value would be sky high. Like, cause what he brings to the table, a lot of especially contenders can use that. So
Yeah,
but it's like if we trade I wouldn't like the best ability is availability. And I understand like the last two playoffs would have been different had he been healthy.
yeah,
But it's just like I don't know if I'm ready to just give that up. Like
yeah.
just yet.
Facts.
Like I don't know if I'm willing to trade that. So
Yeah, I'm with you on that one though. Like, yeah, bro. Cause if you trade, like you say, if you trade him and you don't get back at least at minimum what he bring to the table, then you lost.
yeah. So it's just tough. I would say
Can they steal something in the draft? I mean, obviously they gonna have late picks, but
yeah, I'm
can
not I'm not
can they
aware of their
feel?
draft situation. I don't know what
Do you
maybe
think it's somebody out there in college that you could think of that can fill a little bit of that void that they miss?
I don't know. If I'm them, I have to relook now at the top of my head because what they missing just a paint protector. Like they need somebody to come in outside of Joker that doesn't do what Joker does. Like they need somebody that's strictly paint protection, maybe can stretch it a little bit,
Yeah,
kind of mobile,
yeah,
like they need the opposite of Joker. Like, cause
yeah.
when
I see.
it gotta be a balance.
I'm more so leaning more towards like go get you a 3-and-D wing defender, bro. Like
Yeah, but it's like you go get one defender, you still got nothing at the rim. Like that's their
yeah,
problem. Once they get past the initial, because if you look at all the teams that's playing, like it's so hard to score on the Timberwolves because they got elite perimeter defense. But if you beat the elite perimeter defense, they got guys at the rim who at
yeah,
the minimum will change your shot.
yeah, for
At
sure.
the minimum, even if it don't get blocked, they gonna change it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, and think about the Spurs. Kelsey is an elite defender,
Hmm.
but he's so elite. If you beat him, he got a rim protector,
Yeah,
the
for
best
sure.
defensive player ever at the rim. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That make him even better because now he can pressure the ball. Now he know he got somebody behind
yeah,
him.
facts.
Like, and I think Brown them would be better if they had somebody behind them who can kind of blanket them.
Yeah,
You
that
know what
makes
I'm
sense.
saying?
Yeah, take a little cushion off of
Yeah,
the
like you can
wings.
pressure the ball. You're not worried about getting beat. You can peel
Yeah,
switch like the Thunder. Like the Thunder do that all the time.
yeah,
The
facts.
Thunder got elite perimeter defense, but they got trees down there. They
Yeah,
going
for
to get it
sure.
out the glass. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
sure.
So I think it start there. Like they need something at the rim who can contest shots.
Yeah,
Ye-
you got a good point with that one.
Yeah, so that's just why I think they should start.
Yeah, you got a good point with that one. So let me ask you this, before we move on to the next series. Would you consider this an upset? Number one, was this an upset?
Yeah, for sure. Cause everybody had Joker and Wimby already playing.
Okay, and then number two, are we calling the Nuggets frauds?
Yes,
I'm with you on that one.
yes.
They definitely pulled the wool over our eyes with this one.
Cause everybody,
Just right now though, you know what I mean? Like you can
yeah,
you can get better and
They
then live
they
up to
was
the
far from this
expectation.
postseason for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly,
Cause
exactly.
everybody, and I am not gonna say I ain't gonna say everybody, but a majority amount of people who follow the NBA had the either the Joker to be playing Wemby or Western Conference Finals, and a lot of people had them to win the final.
Yeah.
So I would say for this playoff run, they definitely nobody had them first
Nobody had the
round
first
exit.
round
But
exit. Yeah. But I ain't gonna lie though, when I seen the matchup, I told y'all, I said, man, this a conference final matchup right here. This ain't no first round matchup, bro.
yeah,
Whoever lose this gonna be like they gonna be getting looked at kind of crazy, bro. But
yeah,
it's just one of those matchups, bro. Like it don't matter where these teams would have met up, no matter what, I think it would have turned out the same way. So it just was a
yeah,
unfortunate matchup for the Thunder. I mean for the Nuggets.
for sure.
But okay, cool. So that's the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. Now the next one on the list for upsets and fraud watch, we got the Lakers and the Rockets. Now, before we actually talk about how LeBron is beating Father Time's ass right now, I gotta go on record to say, as a lifelong LeBron James hater, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, LeBron James. Anything you do from here on out will no longer surprise me, sir. You are the greatest basketball player I have ever set my eyes on. To be doing what you're doing at 41 years old, 28, 8, and 7 in the closeout game, at 41 years old, missing your
Crazy,
number one and number two option.
crazy.
I'm sorry, LeBron. I'd never do that to you again. You was the best player in the world when we was wearing baggy ass clothes. You was the best player when we changed the skinny jeans. And you the best player now we wearing baggy ass clothes again. And that's just how it's gonna be. So I had to put that out there as a lifelong LeBron James hater, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say about this man no more. When you in the playoff game throwing lobs to your son, like what come on, bro. What can we say about this man, bro? What can we say about this man, bro? You know? But anyway, like I was saying, man. So outside of LeBron James beating Father Time, what happened?
Rockets just can't consistently score. And when they did, well, I thought JJ Redick kind of had his fingerprints on this one,
For
and
sure.
it helps that you got LeBron on your team. So I don't know who coaching the team, but whoever coaching the
Yeah, for sure.
team, whoever coaching the
For
team
sure.
doing a hell of a job. So like it just helped when you got probably the smartest player to ever play the game, or one of at least. You know what I'm saying? Then you coaching them. So I think JJ Redick did a pretty good job, and they just bought in, man. Like LeBron make the people around him. Like LeBron is so good because he make the people around him so much better than what they are. Like
Facts. Facts.
Luke Kennard and Marcus Smart. Like
My
I
goodness.
was wondering how Marcus Smart was a free agent watching him play with
Yeah,
LeBron.
for
Like I'm
sure.
wondering, like, bro, it's no team that could
For
have
sure.
used him. Like I'm wondering how, and that's just the LeBron effect. Like
Yep.
you getting wide open shots. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like.
Every now and then LeBron will come through that thing like a freight train still too, bro.
Yeah, for real. Put you in the post. He
For
just,
real.
he pick his spots. You know what I'm saying? Like it just respect, man. LeBron he just wheeled the Rockets. Rockets were too young, especially with no KD.
Yeah, for
They
sure.
didn't have enough experience to beat
For sure.
LeBron, and he just kind of wheeled them.
Yeah, I think number one, I'm surprised that the Rockets was even if I'm surprised that they based on this series, bro, it's no way they wasn't in the play in, fam. Because that was just I don't know, bro. Like between Jabari Smith, Tari Eason, Shangoon, and Thompson, you got four people on the court who can't shoot. Like sometimes
Yeah.
you look up and it's 9 folks in the paint, bro.
Hey, but surprisingly, they probably the best I've seen Jabari shoot though. He was he was actually hitting some shots this series. I'm gonna be honest. He was actually
Sporadically.
just
Cause
sporadically,
that
but he was
last game he
actually
was 1 for 7.
nah,
Tari
the
Eason was
last
2 for
game did
8 or something like
yeah.
that. Reed
Yeah.
Shepard was 2 for 9. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
And I'm so mad at myself, bro. Cause before the season when everybody was high on the Rockets, I let them like kind of persuade me. And I know what everybody gonna say, oh, they lost their point guard, bro. They point guard wouldn't have meant that much to that team. Now KD, you can argue that, but
for sure.
If Fred was on that team with no KD, they still lose to the Lakers with Bron. They still lose. Like I just don't think a point guard is the missing piece to their team. They just Now don't get me wrong, but here's my thing with the Rockets. I think he would have helped, but here's my thing with the Rockets. You haven't had a point. He got hurt in September.
Yeah, facts.
You haven't had a point guard the whole season,
Facts.
the whole year.
Facts.
Like that's my thing with the Rockets. Like you could have did something, trade, free agent, like groom your like.
Yeah, facts.
But then you had Thompson Twin running the one majority of the year, and then in the playoffs you got
He
Shepard
did
playing.
as much as he could, bro.
Man,
He
just like man, I
he
don't
did
know
it. He
about
did as much as he could at the one, considering, like I say, kicking out the folks that's 1 for 7, that's 1 for 9. Like
yeah,
they just
but
packing the paint.
I feel like you had him playing the one majority of the year, and then towards the end of the season and playoff, he not playing the one no more. You should have
Yeah.
been grooming whoever gonna play the one.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like Reed Shepard. If you was gonna, if you know what I'm saying, if you knew you was gonna need him, you was starting with the one all year. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Just to
facts.
prepare for this situation. But
Yeah, facts.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong about the Rockets. Maybe Fred made that much of a difference.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I
I
think,
just,
but see, another thing too. A lot of stuff changed with the Rockets throughout the season. Like early in the season, Şengün was shooting the three. Like he wasn't a
yeah,
sniper, but he'll shoot
yeah,
the three and he'll knock it down to where he got to keep the defense honest. And then I don't know what happened, fam. He just started like,
yeah.
like I
I
just
used to,
don't like to see him play no more, bro.
I used to be like, you know what I'm saying? Sengun pretty good. Like when they called him
I
Baby
called the
Joker,
man Baby Joker.
I was like,
I
okay,
called him
okay,
Baby
but
Joker.
nah. I'm out on my
Yeah,
Sengun stock.
I'm out too, bro. I'm out. I gotta withdraw from Şengün, man. He just now he he can't guard. He ain't even trying to guard. Them folk going right around him, and then you got man. It's just tough for the Rockets, bro. I think they gotta really be in the gym this summer, bro. Unless you're gonna blow it up. It's too early to blow
Yeah.
it up, I
Nah,
think.
I don't think they could blow it. I'm already seeing people put Kevin Durant in trade talk. They just lost.
Yeah, but ain't no way he wasn't on that court though. So ain't no way.
Man,
Ain't no way
but
he wasn't on that court though, man. I don't know
I
about that
mean,
one
they
now.
say he diving on the floor in practice for loose balls. I don't know, man.
Nah,
I don't know what you're doing in practice, but having my best
why you
player
diving on the
30
floor in
years
practice?
old.
Why you doing that in the playoffs, fam?
Now, I hope that's not true, but they said he got hurt diving on the floor for loose balls the first time. Now he hurt his ankle in one of the games, but he hurt
Yeah,
his knee dive. Now, if you diving on the floor before a playoff game and you 40 years old,
yeah,
man,
facts.
I don't something going on, man. I
Yeah,
don't know.
facts. I'm with you on that one.
I
I'm
don't
with you on
know.
that one.
I don't
That's
know
what I'm
about
saying.
that.
I ain't gonna speculate, bro. I'm just saying it look real fishy that he wasn't on that court with them boys, man. That's all I'm gonna say about
Yeah.
that. All right,
Okay.
but I think it's too early to blow it up though. I think it's too early to blow it up. You gotta get them boys, gotta get them a point guard just to see. You know what I'm saying? Get them a real point guard. If you let a man do what Detroit let Asar do, then you can maximize his potential like that. Like
Yeah.
he shouldn't be your primary ball handler.
Yeah, I agree with it.
Yeah. So do you think that this was an upset? I definitely
Yes.
think this was
Yes.
100% a upset.
Yes.
This was the
Yes.
definition of a upset right here. I definitely ain't think the Lakers stood a chance.
And this is one of the cases that I referred to when I was like, but sometimes seed don't like this
Right.
seed had nothing to do with it because the Lakers were the high seed,
Yeah.
but they was down a 30-point per game
Yeah,
scorer, the
facts.
top 5 player in the NBA, and they
Facts.
were down a second leading scorer.
Facts.
So
Yeah, that was
now,
definitely an upset. I think yeah, I'm with you on that one. So okay,
now
cool.
Rockets don't get a pass for that.
Nah, they don't. Hell no. Are the Rockets frauds?
Yes,
For sure. As of right now, they for sure fraud.
people had them coming out the West in the preseason, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. I did. I know I did. I had them. Well, I had them Western Conference Final.
Yeah, I don't remember
Really.
exactly where I had them, but yeah, so they were definitely that was definitely fraud watch for
For sure.
sure.
For sure, for sure. Well, okay, cool. So that does it for our upsets and fraud watch segment. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to get into game 7. So we got some good game 7s over here in the Eastern Conference. As a matter of fact, one of them just finished. So we'll talk about that one real quick. The 76ers ended up beating the Celtics in a great game 7. It was a great first game 7 of the year. So talk to me about that series as a whole and then what you just seen in this game right here.
Man, I say hats out to Philly, man. To come back and win 3 in a row, you know what I'm saying? That's tough. That was a good Boston team that they beat. Boston had a overachieving year. A lot of people didn't
For sure.
even expect them to be here to get this far. And I'm not gonna give them an excuse that Tatum didn't play because he hasn't played all year.
Mhm.
So maybe he would have made a difference. I'm pretty sure he would have, but it's like I don't give them a pass for that. I just think Philly just straight up beat them tonight. I think JB did his thing. I think his supporting cast didn't help him as much as I would like them to down the stretch. Now they
Down the
did a pretty
stretch,
good
yeah.
job during the game, but down the stretch, late in the fourth, they kind of let them down, missed some wide open looks.
Mhm.
Outside of that, man, Philly just came to play. So no excuses for Boston. Philly came to play and they got the job done.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I think one big thing as far as the Philly and Celtics series for me is like you say, first of all, even though the Celtics were higher seeded, I wouldn't consider this an upset. Just because, like you said, the Celtics super overachieved the whole
Yeah.
season. Like they super overachieved, bro. Like if we calling a spade, bro, Philly was just a better team, bro. Like the Celtics had their hand full trying to stop Embiid, PG, Maxey, and then VJ playing out of his mind, bro, to be a rookie. Oh, first of all, I owe that man an apology. I was sleep on VJ Edge bro. That young man is ready to play some basketball, fam. But I'm with you though. I think that Philly would just they were just too much, bro. I think they're gonna be too much for a lot of teams the rest of this playoffs too. But yeah, so the other game sevens that haven't happened yet are the Raptors and the Cavs and the Pistons and the Magic. So first I want to start with the Pistons and the Magic. So this is an interesting one because the Magic were a playing team that landed in the eighth seed and the Pistons pretty much ran the East the whole season. Right. I will say though that the Magic are starting to break down out of nowhere. I mean, they pulled off some real magic, taking a big lead to start the series out, and honestly, it surprised me because I mean, you was high on the Magic coming into the playing games, and
Yeah.
then coming into the postseason stuff. They had a chance to close the Pistons out at home the other night in Orlando. They was up big going into the half, and I don't know what happened, bro. They came out of halftime, had a full blown meltdown. I think they scored 19 points in the second half. They set the record for the most consecutive missed shots in a playoff game with 23 missed shots in a row. And at one point in time, they had missed 27 out of their last 28 shots. So my first question for you is, did they blow this series?
100%.
100%.
100%. Bro, I gotta read you this stat. I
Let me
gotta
hear
I
it.
gotta I gotta read you this stat. So the Magic went this real time. Somebody went back and clocked the first basket to the last basket.
Okay.
They went 45 minutes without scoring, bro.
That's
That's
crazy, fam.
four-
That's ridiculous, fam. That is ridiculous, fam.
45.
That gotta
That
be
is
like that gotta be
crazy,
the first
bro.
time ever that something like that happened, bro.
Bro, that is crazy, bro.
45 minutes without a bucket, fam. And then what make me so mad is I think at one point in the game, bro, they had already missed like 19 shots straight.
Nah,
He come down, shoot a three from the timeline, miss it. The ball bounced back to him. He shot the three again from the same spot, missed it. Somebody got the
got it back.
rebound, gave it back to him, and he missed it again. I'm like, bro, ain't no way.
Hey,
Ain't no way.
so check this out. The Magic, they made a basket at 8:46. They next basket came at 9:31, bro.
31 at night, bro. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy, bro.
Man,
But you know
yeah.
what's even crazy about that though? Like that's who they been all season.
Yeah,
Like who they
yeah,
became to take this lead in this series was a different Magic.
yeah,
Like they
yeah.
been struggling to score all season, but 45 minutes, that's crazy, bro.
That's crazy,
That's
bro.
crazy, bro. So let me ask you this. Game 7, going back to Detroit, who is under the most pressure right now out
It's
of these two
definitely
teams?
still Detroit.
I think so too.
It's definitely still
Why you
Detroit.
say that though?
They're the 1 seed, and, they had how many games did they lose this year? Like 16 or something
Yeah,
like that?
something like that. Yeah, less than
Somewhere in
20,
there, like,
I think.
that's a tough, you know what I'm saying? That's a good year, and you can't cap it off with
Ran the
losing
East
in the
all
first
year, bro.
round.
Ran the East all year.
Yeah, ran the East all year. You can't cap it off by losing in the first round, especially, like, most teams that done that had major injuries. Like they're healthy. Like Cade playing 36 minutes a night. Like they healthy. Like no major injuries. Lord forbid, hope nobody, no jinx, but no major injuries going on. Like, man, like it's no excuse. You got to get this done.
Right.
No excuse. Cause you really snuck out of there last night or the other
Snuck
night.
out of there.
You
Snuck
snuck out
out of
there the
there.
other night.
They ain't going cold for 45 minutes again, bro.
No, I hope not.
And if they do, blow it up. Blow it up and fire the coach and get all new everything, man. Fire the coach and get all new everything,
Yeah.
bro. Ain't no way that can happen again, bro.
Nah, that can't happen again.
So let me ask you this. Like I say, game 7, going back to Detroit, what does Detroit got to do to close the series out? What kind of adjustments need to be made?
I think they just gotta take over. Man, like that team, and this is why I wasn't high on them going in. And like I think I put that on record. Like I wasn't high on them
Mhm.
going in. I didn't have them going far in the playoffs. There's nobody else that can create offense
Nope.
outside of Cade.
They depend
Like
on Cade too
now,
much.
Tobias is having a good series. Like he's having a good series. He averaging like around 18, 20 points a game. Duran is a no-show right
Yep.
now. Duncan is a hit or miss, and he can't guard. They gonna hunt him on defense. Cade is the only one that can like create. So it's like it put them in this shell now. The a Thompson twin got his fingerprints all over this
All
series.
over it.
Like what he bring to the table, like it's crazy. I love what he brings to the table, but outside of him, it's just I don't know, man. Cade just he the heart and soul of this team. So if you ask me what they need to do to close out this series, man, get him the ball and let him bring him home.
Yep. I'm with you on that one. I think so interesting stat about the Thompson twin, Asar Thompson. He is allowing so I think right now the Magic, he holding the Magic to like 40%, to a 40% shooting from inside the paint right now. Same thing that Wemby just held the Blazers to,
It's tough.
basically.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. Stupid athletic. I'm talking about he going to get it.
That's crazy.
He rotating from the whole opposite side of the court, bro. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. So that's what the Pistons need to do to win the series. If I was the Magic, in my opinion, in order for the Magic to win this game 7 tomorrow, a couple of things need to happen. Number one, you can't go 45 minutes without scoring, bro. That's
You
number
better
one.
not.
You can't. You going to blow it up, fam. But anyways, you can't do that. You can't do that. Number two, you gotta like P5 gotta get in his spots, bro. If I'm Coach Mosley, I'm telling P5, if you shoot another damn jump shot, you gonna be in Sacramento next season, fam. Because we need you to put your back to the basket and get to work. You 6'10", 260, get to work. If all the shots come from in the paint, cool, bro. Cool. They ain't got
And
shooters
he
like that
he
anyway.
did that the game. He had what almost 50.
Yeah, exactly.
We need that Paulo.
Exactly. So you gotta go back to that. And then last but not least, we gotta put if I'm the Magic, we gotta put Duncan Robinson in every action, bro. Whoever we want to score this ball, we need to get a switch on Duncan Robinson. Make it so he can't even be on the court, bro. Which is what they've been doing the whole series. It's just, like I said, late in the game the other night when they was
They
scoreless
got
for
away from him.
45 minutes. Yeah, they got away from it.
And he was on the bench for a little bit of that run too.
Exactly. So that's my thoughts on what the Magic need to do to win this series. So we'll see who come out of it tomorrow night. Game 7 in Detroit, man. What you think though? Who you think gonna come out of it?
I think Detroit will come out of it. I think the Magic had that chance to win the series.
I think so too. I'm with you on that one. I think Detroit gonna pull it off at home.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Magic somehow found a way. The reason why I wouldn't be surprised is because they've been in every game.
Right.
So I think that game could come down to a couple possessions. And last game they had them down 20. They just let their foot out the gas. I don't think they'll do that twice in a row.
Yeah, facts.
So like
I wouldn't even say let they foot out the gas. They got out the car.
yeah, for real. So like I don't think the Magic could do that again. I think the Pistons will pull it off, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Magic found a way to kind of close it out, kind of make up for last game.
I would be surprised if the Magic won. Only because it took a lot of shots for them to get here. And I think they done shot them all out, bro. I don't think they got many on left. And I don't think Wags played the other night, right?
No,
Yeah, Wags ain't play. Is he gonna play tomorrow? Do you know?
probably not.
Yeah, so I mean, that's definitely a major L to take this late into a series, but we'll see, man. I would be surprised if the Magic pull it off, though. That's just me. But cool. So, any standout performances from this particular series outside of Thompson Twin?
K, of course, Paulo's having a pretty solid series for the most part, but he
Yeah,
just up
aside
and
from the last
down.
game. Yeah, fact.
Yeah, he just up and down a little bit. Outside of that, no, not too much. I think Wendell Carter's having a good series.
Yeah, I think so too. He guarding the hell out of Jalen Duren.
Yeah, I know he fouled out last game, but outside of that, I think he's having a pretty good series.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that one. All right, cool. So next game, next up in game sevens, we got the Raptors and the Cavs. To be honest, I'm surprised that this one went 7 games, honestly. But after watching the games, I think we gave the Cavs. Well, I know I gave the Cavs way too much credit, and not enough credit went to the Raptors. But talk to me about this series.
Cavs just don't have a wing defender. They don't have anybody who can. Now they got guys who can compete.
Right.
They got a couple guys who compete. They got some 3-and-D guys, but they
Right.
don't have their premier wing defender.
That's the
And I
same thing
think
I
that
told Nick.
yeah, I think that's kind of hurting them a little bit. And outside of that, man, the Raptors just young and hungry. Like that's
And the
it.
Raptors big, bro.
Yeah, they young, hungry, big, athletic. Scotty B put him on
Yep.
it, like this.
Hmm.
Now his regular season play wasn't as good as it's been in the past years, but he really done picked it up this postseason. And I think a lot of people was kind of worried last game because they thought, Brandon Ingram was gonna be out, so they thought they was going home. But man, I thought they played better when Brandon Ingram wasn't in, honestly.
I think so too. I
Like I
think
think I think the flow is just better.
Yeah, I think when he in, they try to force him the ball, especially after the comments that he made early in the series about him not
Yeah,
being able to get touches and stuff. Like ever since then, they've been kind of overdoing it, like
yeah,
overcompensating for it. But honestly, bro, like yes, the Raptors playing some really good basketball right now. But if I'm being honest, I think the Cavs giving this series away, bro. Like they had turnover, like James Harden between Harden and Mitchell, bro. They turnover machine, bro.
yeah. And then Mitchell not having a good series, but
Nope,
Raptors got people they can throw. They got different bodies to throw at them too.
facts. That's a fact.
They got Jamal Sheard, that's a Houston baby
Yeah.
coming off the bench guarding them. They got RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes been
They
guarding
got the
them. Like,
size now.
yeah, they got people they can throw at them. And then when Donovan Mitchell got it, they hold the whole side of the court
All eyes
adjusted,
on them. Yep.
like all eyes on them, and ain't no driving lanes. They making you get off the ball.
Mhm.
So, man, I just think the Raptors got a good game plan. I like that Raptors team, honestly.
Think so?
Yeah, I like that Raptors team. Now, I don't like them to come out this series, but I just like them for future. Like,
Yeah, 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 I do like
I
them.
think I think that's a building. That's a rebuild.
I had made a comment to y'all like early in the season when they was going on their little run at the beginning of the season. Like them boys play some defense, bro.
Yeah,
They might not have no like real major like firepower on offense, but they gonna get the stops to make up for it.
yeah.
So I
I like
definitely
that
think,
team.
yes, I definitely think the Raptors got a good chance, especially if look, man, we done seen this from Harden before, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we done seen this before, bro. And people keep on trying to say that, this shouldn't be his job this time around because it's Spider. It's really his show. But I'm saying, bro, you gotta take care of the ball, bro. You can't be throwing the ball away, bro. Like there was times in this series where he had more turnovers than field goals, bro.
Yeah,
You can't do
he
that.
do he do that often too.
So, I'm more so disappointed in the fact that we still seeing that. But honestly, I don't know who gonna win this game seven right here. This one can
I
go
like.
either
I
way.
think the Cavs get it done.
Think so?
Yeah, I think the Cavs get it done,
Okay. I'm curious to see, man. I'm curious to see.
and I
So,
think they gonna beat the Pistons next round.
what you think they got to do to get it done?
Not get away too much from what they've been doing. I think Mobley is a mismatch for them. They've been kind of exploiting that.
Mhm.
Mobley had a good game, so as long as Mobley can continue to play, they'll stay in it because they wasn't supposed to be in that last game, but they almost stole it. So
Yep.
I'm confident that going into you at the crib, I think they'll make the. Hopefully, you get the Donovan Mitchell we know show up,
Mhm.
and if
Mhm.
he shows up, if he can give them anything between 27 and 30, I like him. I like him.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. I think that in order for the Raptors to win, honestly, the Raptors just got to keep on applying pressure, bro, and make some shots down the stretch. That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Just keep applying pressure, bro. Cause I mean, the formula is there. It's just y'all ain't got the firepower to match what the Cavs putting down. The Cavs really all offense.
Yeah.
So, as long as y'all can get stops, I think that you'll be able to kinda squeeze away with a couple of free buckets and, I ain't gonna say you can pull away and make it definitive, but you can win the game though, I think. So in this series, who you think is under the most pressure?
Cavs, 100%.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think so too, bro. I think so too. The boys on the 520 podcast said, specifically Jeff Teague said that Donovan Mitchell is better than Anthony Edwards. And the way
Mm.
it's looking right now, don't you ever say that again,
I
fam.
I
Don't you
don't know
ever
about
say
that
that
one.
again, fam.
D Mitch tough, but I don't
Yeah,
know about that one.
Spider tough, bro. Spider tough, but Ant-Man gonna play both sides of that ball. You know what I'm saying? But so we'll see, man. We got, like I said, we got some good game sevens coming on tomorrow night. So hopefully, y'all stay tuned. We'll probably try to spin back and record some more and make sure we stay up to date as far as that's concerned. But that does it for our game seven pressure segment. Now I want to talk about the teams that got the job done early, did exactly what they was expected to do. Right. So before we get out of here, definitely want to give a shout out to, first of all, I want to shout out the Knicks. They put the Hawks away in 6 games. Not gonna lie, they scared me for a second there.
Me too.
I thought they were gonna let PJ send them folk to Cancun, but they ended up pulling it out. So they play the Sixers next round. Right. We'll come back to talk about that matchup here in a second, but just keep that in mind if they finna get ready to play these Sixers. So shout out to the Knicks. The next team that got it done early, exactly how they were supposed to, was the Thunder. Man, they put the Suns away in 4 games. Man, it was a no sweater. No
Yep.
sweater, man. I mean, it really ain't much to say about that series. OKC was
Nope.
just a way better team, bro. You know what I mean? I think that the Suns, if they want any chance to do anything or make any noise in any postseason games, you got to go get yourself a point guard, bro. You got to take Devin Booker off the ball, bro. You got to. What you think about that, coach? What you think about them Suns?
I agree. They need a point guard and they need some. I don't know, man. I think Dylan Brooks is good. Like he's grown to be, pretty solid on offense and a good defender.
Uh-huh.
But I just don't like my highest played person, which is Devin Booker, taking the least amount of shots.
I'm with you.
I don't agree with that.
I'm with you.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, especially knowing that he is an elite scorer, bro. Like you taking away his most valuable asset of the game, bro.
For sure. For sure. So I don't know. So Suns team got some figured out. They're not a bad team. They just got some stuff to figure out. They got to find a way to get Devin Booker more involved. I'm sorry.
Facts.
He shouldn't be taking the least amount of shots out of my big three.
Facts. I'm with you on that one. So next round, the Thunder got the Lakers, and we'll talk about that series a little bit later on. But I had to say the best for last, coach, man. Shout out to the home team, baby. So the Spurs put the Blazers away in the gentleman's suite, man. We 4-1 them boys, man. Put them away in the gentleman's suite, man. Despite Wemby being out for basically 2 games, man. So talk to me what you seen in that series.
Man, the Spurs impressed me. They impressed me. They not looking like a young
Like
team.
they don't
They
look like
looking
this our
good.
first playoffs do it.
Nah, it don't. It don't. Wemby looking good. My only concern with them is, and I hope he does, but is Wemby healthy? Is he gonna be healthy for 3 consecutive, physical series? And if you tell me that he is, then I like the Spurs just because he brings something to the table that we never seen before.
Man, it's crazy,
Like,
bro.
the way he bring on defense and then can turn around and have the ball and do everything he can do on offense, and then you got the supporting cast around him, man. So I like that Spurs team. They gonna be a tough out. So if you telling me he gonna stay healthy, man, I like that team.
All I can do is hope for it, you know what I mean? Because he is like his body structure is just is all skin and bones, but like he's so thin, bro. Like when he had that concussion, like the way he hit the ground was so crazy. I'm like, bro, like he's so tall, it's so hard for him to get his hand to the ground. He couldn't even
Mhm.
catch himself, bro. So, it's just, I mean, I think one thing that would help with that is if he do a little bit less trying to get in his bag. You know what I'm saying? Like pick your spots, bro. Like in my opinion, there's no reason why you should be trying to put moves on Drew Holiday. You know what I'm saying? Like Drew, you like put your back to the basket, shoot you a little turnaround jumper, bro. Like if you miss it, you miss it. But you don't. It ain't cause the contest. You don't even see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that if he can kind of get to his spots a little bit better, I think he'll have a better chance of staying healthy. Definitely got to give some praise to the Blazers here in a second, but before we do that, I kind of want to piggyback on what you said about like Wemby just bring different assets to different facet of the game, right? So we run a set out of horns, bro, and we run a set out of horns with Wemby in the corner getting a down screen. He curling off down screens, catching the ball at the elbow, and it's just like I'm watching him play. Like, what can you do with this, bro? Like, what can you do with this, bro? You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
definitely got to give a shout out to the same way I shouted out VJ, man, Dylan Harper. Young man, you are a basketball player. You are
for
a
sure,
basketball player. I love Dylan Harper game, man. I hate he
for
missed
sure,
all them games. He could have been up there in the rookie of the year conversation too, bro.
for sure. He tough.
He a dog, man. Then, of course, late down the stretch in elimination games, we got Fox there, missed the fourth quarter. People tend to forget Fox was missed the fourth quarter a couple years ago now.
Vet.
Exactly. So, I like our chances as we continue to advance to the playoffs, but definitely got to give a shout out to the Blazers though, bro. The Blazers surprised me, bro. What about you?
They got a bright future ahead of them.
For sure. For sure. So let me ask you this, because somebody asked me this the other day. Do they get better when Dame come back?
It's
Will
to
it
be determined.
will it
To
will it
it,
work?
I got to see what name they gonna get back. That's my thing. Cause that name in Milwaukee, that wasn't the name that I'm used to. And
See
I
that
know I get it. The chemistry was off though.
but see that's my thing too though is if you want the original Trailblazers Dame Lillard back, then what does that do to Denny? Because Denny is a problem, fam.
I don't know. He played with CJ.
That's true.
CJ
That's
was a
true.
bucko.
That's true. That's true. But I think CJ never had a chance to do what Denny did this season though. You know what I'm saying? Like CJ never really was the man for any stretch of the season, bro. You know what I
Nah, but
mean?
he averaged, close to 20, if not 20. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
facts,
saying?
facts.
And he needed that ball to do that. So same thing with Denny. So if Dame can, play like that, of course Dame gonna get his shots. But if he gonna play like that, then I like that. I like that. The
Yeah.
only thing my concern is now Scoop
I was
progression
just about to
progression
say.
might come a little bit.
Damn it,
You know what I'm
Scoot looked
saying?
like the number 2 pick for a second there in that
Yeah,
in
he
that
do. He
series.
do. He had a spurt. He had a spurt. He had a spurt for sure.
He had some good game, man. Shout out to Scoop, man. I'm glad to see that you still got that fire up under you and you ain't, you know what I'm saying, you don't let them rough couple of years get to you, bro. I'm glad to see that from Scoop. But the
Everybody
trail
journey different.
for sure, bro, for sure. The Trailblazers good though, man. Shaden Sharp got game. Jeremy
Yeah.
Grant got game. Obviously, Drew Holiday and Robert Williams, they winners, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. They had me shook for a quick second, bro. But after I seen them blow the lead in game 4, once I seen them blow the lead at home in game
Yeah.
4, I knew they were gonna do the same thing here in San Antonio, bro. I knew it was gonna be up. But shout out to the Trailblazers, man. So like I said, bro, that's pretty much everything up until this point that happened in the playoffs so far, man. We'll save the next round matchups for once this round is actually over with, so we can actually talk matchups and things like that. But before we get up out of here, I just got a couple more things I want to talk to you about, or a couple more questions I want to ask you, bro. So I want to talk about now that the first round is pretty much over. I want to talk about breakout players and disappearances. So in terms of breakout players, I guess we can go conference we can go in each conference. In the Western Conference, is anybody or who is having a "I'm here now" moment in the Western Conference?
I mean, Shea, for sure. Wemby, Castle, LeBron, and then I think that's it for the West.
So I'm giving my "I'm here now" to Jay McDaniel.
Yeah,
I'm
how
I'm
can I
giving
forget
my
him?
"I'm here
Yeah,
now" to Jaden
yeah,
McDaniels.
for sure, for sure.
That boy need to be option 2.
Yeah,
Give him the ball. I'm giving my "I'm here now"
yeah, for
moment to
sure.
Jaden McDaniels, man.
I like IU too. I like what he brings to the table
Nah,
too.
for sure, for sure. He definitely made some noise. What about the East, man? You got a "I'm here now" moment in the Eastern Conference,
So
or
I'm just
"I'm here
naming
now" player?
one, or I'm
Yeah, I
just
mean, you can name 1 or 2, you know what I'm saying? You can just
people that stood out. Those were just people that stood out to me in the West.
yeah,
East. Let me narrow this list down. Let me see. Maxi for sure.
for surely.
Maxi one of the ones. Let me see.
Mhm.
It's gotta be.
Ooh, I like that one. That's a good one. So in the Eastern Conference, Imma give my "I'm here now" award to VJ for sure. Gotta give him his flowers. I'm gonna have to give it to Scotty B too, for sure. And then I'm gonna give it to Asar Thompson, bro.
Yeah,
Fingerprints
I like
all
that.
over it, bro. So
I like that.
that's my call outs for the Eastern Conference. So cool. So my next question is this: which star in each conference, you can give me one or two, if one or two exist, which star is hurting their reputation the most right now?
Hurting their reputation.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Could be from teams that's already been eliminated.
Kevin Durant,
Yep.
just
Which
because
on that?
he got a lot of
Which
uncertainty.
which on
Nothing
that?
about his game, but a lot of people just question what he got going on.
Yep.
So I put him in that category.
Yep.
Joker,
Yep.
because a lot of people
Which
say
on
he the
that?
best player in the world, but he got
Yep.
bounced first round.
Can't guard.
In the East, I think that's it for the West. You want to go or you want me to go next?
I'm trying to think. I'm with you on them two for sure.
Jamal Murray, damn on him.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too. I think them three will do it in the West. What about the East?
In the East,
James Harden.
James Harden. They got to come out this series. Let me see. Karl Anthony Towns.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one. So my other one from the East too is you saying Cat. I'm saying Brunson, and I'm only saying Brunson because they hunting him, bro.
Yeah. And the reason why I say Karl Anthony Towns is lately it's been a lot of concern that Knicks team can't work because of him. Like that's the concern. They don't think
Yep.
their team can work because of him. But I like Brunson too. I would throw Brunson in there too though.
Yeah,
But
I'm with you on that.
I want to say so this list is like people who could hurt their reputation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I say Karl Anthony Towns for
Yeah,
sure.
like people who normally we got all this high praise for, but we starting to see things about him that, you know what I'm saying? Like kind of like Jokic, like how we got all this praise for Jokic, but then now it's really turned into this man really don't play no defense kind
Okay.
of situation.
Well, I want to put Jalen Johnson in that category
That's a good
because
one.
he had a crazy season
That's a
in
good one.
playoffs. No, he ain't
That's
look
a
so
good one.
good.
I'm just gonna say, give him some grace. It was the first one.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him some grace. This list is just temporary,
Yeah, for sure. For
This
sure.
this is just a motivational list. Like you
For
can see
sure.
this list and be like, okay, well I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like this
For sure.
list, like, yo, you can get yourself together, but this is based off these specific playoffs, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But yeah, Jalen Johnson, because I was expecting if they would have got half of what he was doing in the regular season, they probably would have went to a game 7.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like,
I agree with that.
so
So I'm gonna throw one more player in there, and this is not necessarily the things he doing right now is hurting his reputation, but P5. And I'm only saying that because
down here.
he was so he was on fraud watch all the way up until the play-in. Then he started looking like the P5 we used to seeing, and then you go scoreless for 45 minutes. So depending on what happened tomorrow night will decide if I'm really throwing him on this list or not. But that's those are mine for the Eastern Conference, man. Hopefully them guys go ahead.
I gotta go back to my standout list, man. I don't know how I forgot PG.
Oh
And
yeah,
whatever
yeah,
PG was
man. Hey,
on,
drug test him again. Drug test him again. For
I
sure.
don't know how I forgot PG, man. PG
For
was on one.
sure. Definitely gotta give PG his flowers, man. Shout out to PG. Maybe third option was it was meant for him, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, he went
shout out
on
to
one.
PG, bro. That's a good late throw in right there. All right, so last question before we get ready to wrap it up and get on up out of here. After one round, who you got coming out the Western Conference?
Okay, see, it's hard. It's just hard to pick against.
Okay. Give me the Spurs, bro. Give me the
I
home team, baby.
I feel that.
Give me the
I
home
feel that.
team, baby. Who you got coming out the East?
And it's gonna sound so crazy, man, but it's just the road. Just like just like I say about all the teams that I always say that,
Man, you
man.
better not say the Magic.
The Cavs,
The
bro.
Cavs? No way, bro. No way, bro.
But look, check this road though. It's just a matchup thing. They win this game 7. All right? Walk with me now. They
Yeah, I'm with
win
you.
game 7. You got a fraudulent Pistons team.
Yeah,
They beat the Pistons,
yeah.
right? All right, let's go to the other side of the bracket. You got Knicks, Philly. Okay, let's break down the matchups in both of them. if you get Philly, you got Mobley and Jared Allen, bro.
Yeah,
You
but they
got
ain't got
Mobley.
nothing for Maxey.
They ain't got
And
nothing for Maxey, but as long as you stop one of them, you'll be all right. Like, okay, so you got two bigs down there for Embiid, two good bigs. You know, Mobley
mhm.
DPOY. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep,
So
yep.
you got Mobley down there. They gonna be able to score with them on offense because if you look at the other end, Philly ain't gonna have no answer for Mitch.
Man, I don't know, man.
They ain't gonna
VJ,
have no with VJ
man,
Garden, but it's like, I don't know, man. I just like Philly. Okay, let's just say the Knicks come out. If the Knicks come out, I don't know, man. They East wide open,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying. So give me who you got. You saying Cavs after one round. You saying
Nah,
Cavs.
I don't know. Nah, I'm gonna take that back. How can I my bad, audience. I'm retracting my statement on air because this live. I'm thinking about this Cavs team, man. How can I pick them, bro? But it's like, can they come out the East, bro?
Man, they can't guard nothing, bruh.
But look, I can't trust Philly to be healthy, bro.
That's
Like,
true though. That's
I
true.
can't
That's true.
trust them.
That's
And the
true.
Knicks,
They got all kind of
I'm
locker
not
room
putting,
stuff going
bro.
on.
I'm
Yeah.
not putting my trust in. No, I can't do it. Give me the Cavs, bro.
Okay.
Give me
Okay.
the Cavs.
Okay. So
Give me the Cavs.
I got Philly coming out the East after what I just seen them put down against these Celtics. I had the Celtics coming out the
Yeah.
East, but
Why do I
I
got the
got
Cavs? But
oh,
okay,
I
I'm
don't think the
listening.
Cavs can beat the Pistons, to be honest, but we'll talk about that on the next episode though. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I got I got Philly coming out the East, man. I just
Okay.
think that now keep in mind this is contingent on Embiid
Health.
being able to be on the floor. He ain't necessarily
Yeah.
gotta be 100% because he was grabbing his knees after every play tonight.
Yeah.
But as long as he on the floor, his gravity alone gonna make it to where Maxey gonna be able to do his thing. And as long as Paul George keep taking them steroids, they gonna be a problem. They gonna be a problem, bro. So I got Philly coming out the East, man. So I'm saying Spurs and Philly finals. And
I'm saying
as of
Cavs.
today,
Okay.
we'll revisit again next round or after we watch these game sevens tomorrow. When we do our pod to start off the second round, we'll revisit this conversation. But I'm saying Spurs, Sixers. You saying OKC,
Cavs.
Cavs.
I don't know why I got the
Boy, that's
Cavs,
murder, boy. That's murder, boy.
Hey, they gonna murder anybody who come out the even Spurs or
Yeah.
OKC. They gonna murder anybody that come. Not they ain't gonna murder Philly, but they gonna 4-2 for sure.
Who ain't gonna murder Philly?
Like, I don't
Man,
think Spurs.
OKC gonna Embiid is not gonna be able to play. Boy, Embiid is not gonna be able to play against no
Yeah, nah,
OKC.
they gonna
He
kill them.
definitely not gonna be able to play against the Spurs or OKC,
They gonna
man.
kill them.
And listen, bro,
They gonna kill them.
Embiid was huffing and puffing, dog. Like this man, like when he wasn't grabbing something on his body, bro, he was gasping for air, fam. Like
The West gonna be too good.
yeah, bro.
They gonna be too good.
It just what it is, man. But all right, man. So we probably about an hour into the episode, Coach. I think this was a really good episode. What you got to say to the folks before we let them go?
Man, not too much, man. Make sure y'all watching, some good basketball. Thank y'all for tuning in. As always, we're gonna try to be, more consistent with dropping our episodes, but hit that subscribe button, turn your notice on, man, and it's been a great show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So before we get up out of here, man, like Coach said, make sure you turn your notifications on so you get alerted every time we drop one. And on behalf of the Successful Habits crew, we out of here.
We out of here.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.